Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast on the Box Office Buzz 302 YouTube channel. As always, I'm with my main man, Mr. LL himself, Larry Loper. I am Gilly Rosari. We got a lot to get into. NCAA basketball, the men's, the women's, the professionals in the NBA, the NHL. Regular season's almost over. It's not looking too good for the Lakers. It's Masters Week, and we got a new top five to end the show with. It is going to be the top five sporting events for the month of April. Who makes the cut? Who didn't make the cut? I'm excited to hear what Larry has to say, so let's get it going. Larry, first of all, over the weekend, the UCLA women's
Oh,
basketball team,
oh,
they won the championship, but that
oh.
is an afterthought because
After
all
that,
anybody's been talking about is the Gino Auriemma and Dawn Staley confrontation at the Final Four. What is your take on that first before we give our time to the UCLA women?
oh man. First and foremost, I mean, Coach Gino came out afterwards and apologized. Obviously, emotions were running high, and his argument, I mean, once again, it's coaching. I get it. It's the passion of coaching. He felt that his girls were not getting certain calls. I mean, it's part of the game. We understand it. Um, and that his whole argument was the fact that Dawn Staley, how she was talking to the referees, and he was disrespecting the referees, and but yet and still he didn't get the calls. Which afterwards it was just more like I think he was like one sore loser at that point. And obviously fighting for his girls. It's a coach thing. You're fighting for your girls, but to say that she's disrespecting the coaches and come on, man. Like what coach don't be on top of these refs? Soon as the ball go up, they always trying to get an angle. They're always trying to get an angle because as a coach, that's what you do when you're a coach. You're going to be always trying to find little things in order to get. Hey man, you missed that one. You missed that call right there. Hey man, she's holding. She's holding. Hey, look for the center man. The elbows. Come on. So you always trying to put the little fillers out there for the referees because unfortunately, when you referee, you ain't gonna catch everything, bro. And sometimes you gotta let them play through some stuff. You know what I mean? It's like you playing we was playing basketballs as kids on the playground. Some parks, man, it was no blood, no foul. That's how we played. No blood, no foul, man. No crime, man. I don't care. No, you ain't no ball, no. But then towards the end of the game, you already know how I go. When it's a tight game, especially if you had a tight game, hey man, you gotta call that call. Because ain't nobody gonna give you the ball. You gotta call that call. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it was a case of just a coach being a coach. It put a bad stain on the victory. I was hoping to see UConn kind of make history and go undefeated. But last year they beat South Carolina, so this was a get back. She came in prepared. She had a masterful game plan and they executed the game plan, man. So at the end of the day, Gino should have just been out there, shook the hands, and kept it pushing. So that's my opinion on that one. I just think it's coach being a coach.
Yeah, I think it's the coach being a total jerk. I'm going to go further than that. A total first class jerkazoid is how he acted. Okay, I've seen UConn already have these long streaks and top it off with a championship. So I've seen it already. It's been done by them. Okay. First of all, Gino complained about the fact that Dawn Staley didn't meet him in the middle of the court to shake hands because that's the normal tradition. So he was looking for a reason to blow up about that.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, and this is a fact, and we don't argue facts, South Carolina kicked UConn's ass.
That they did.
Kicked their ass, and he changed the narrative by confronting Dawn Staley during the handshake, complaining about his girl getting her jersey ripped, which by the way, that girl did it herself. It wasn't a missed call.
Mm.
She did it herself. They got the video of it. And
Mm.
Dawn Staley not shaking hands at the beginning at center court. Walk over to her then. Obviously, she's got her head up in the game. Like he's like, oh, I waited there for like 3 minutes. So what? So what? Walk up to her then. I mean, I'm sitting on that. I can't wait to bring this up when the game is over. He was a complete distraction. He was a deflector off of the fact that his team got their ass kicked.
That
Okay,
they
that
did.
streak came to an end. South Carolina got their get back because of what happened last year, getting beat really bad in the finals, and total lack of awareness and giving credit to Dawn Staley and their team. And then his apology the next day, he doesn't mention Dawn Staley by name. He says her coaching staff and that team, but he does. The first thing he should have said was, "I apologize to Dawn Staley and her team and their staff for the amazing win, beating us. They didn't just beat us; they took us to the woodshed, and I didn't expect that, and I didn't handle myself right." That's an apology.
Yeah.
What he did was lip service, and it's no accident that he didn't mention Dawn Staley. It's not an accident. So no, I'm not. I don't like the apology. I don't like how he acted. Him walking off by himself. I'm not giving him anything. I think this is a for what was a great season for his team. It ends with a black stain, and it's not because they got beat so badly. It's by how he acted. You're the leader. You're the captain of that ship, and you're gonna act like that?
Right.
No,
Man,
no.
the way you wanted the tirade just went on, man, and how you just pitted to that guy, man. It kind of reminds me, man, of I know he coaches females, but remind me how how like you know you ever had your lady and stuff, and she's holding on to some stuff, right? And she hit you with this bucket list of dumb stuff, and you were like, "What? You hold on to that? That's how you acting? Are you? I'm okay. I'm okay. No, you're not okay. Clearly, you're not okay. Look at your face."
And you probably should have brought this up a long time
Yeah,
ago.
exactly. So I think that like you displayed
It was
you
just
you
stewing.
I mean
It's
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 kind of
it's
weird to me.
stewing, and you're
It
looking for a reason to
yes,
blow up.
the blow up. Like you said, the lady tore her own jerseys. What are we talking about over here, bro?
Yeah,
You
he's
really
he's
just
he's like,
don't
I'm
go
talking to the
away.
ref, and I'm like, how can you miss that? They're like, oh, we didn't see that. It's
It
like, how
wasn't
can
that
you
a big
miss
saw.
that? How come we're not getting those kind of calls? Well, that's because your own player ripped the jersey. You dope.
That
There's a
part.
video of it.
Come on, man.
Not a
That
good
part,
day
man.
for
Not
Ariema.
yeah. So like,
Mm,
so it takes away from the deflation of the fact that you just got beat. They beat the crap out you. You weren't even a
mm-hmm,
game.
mm-hmm.
Win the game.
Yeah, let's not talk about the fact that in the fourth quarter you scored 9 points. Let's not
That
do
part.
that.
We ain't gonna talk about that. Ain't gonna talk
Let's
about
let's
that,
let's
yo.
talk about missed calls that
This
actually
calls.
weren't missed calls.
And that she didn't because I waited for 3 minutes for her to come shake my
Hmm.
hand at
Hmm.
midcourt.
Really? Are
Really?
you are you a man? Because that seems like something
I don't
a
know,
child.
Gil.
That's
I
like
don't
a
know.
child. How a child would
I don't
react.
know, Gil.
This bothers me, so
I don't
I'm
know,
gonna
Gil.
bring it up at the wrong time.
He's
Boo hoo.
He's a legend in women's basketball for a reason, brother.
Hmm.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway, and
Hmm.
to that victory, we had to go to the annihilation. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it back. The annihilation by UCLA. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah,
It
and
was
that's what really sucks because
yeah.
South Carolina never got to enjoy
No,
that victory, and in
no.
the next game they get blown out.
Destroyed.
So, yeah,
Destroyed. Titanic went down. It came across an iceberg.
that's
You know,
that's 2 years in a row Dawn Staley's team got blown
yeah,
out in the
destroyed.
finals.
And so my question is you, brother, is did UCLA just destroy this kingdom of Dawn Staley in South Carolina? We're looking at a new big dog up in women's basketball.
No,
Or we just think that's a one and done type of thing. It was just a miraculous season. They had two twin towers. They had some big girls out there,
they had
and
a
it
real
was
big one.
clearly
That one girl,
it was
six
clearly
six
just
foot seven.
6'7". It's clearly like she was like you're not gonna beat them girls. Okay, she it was size clearly mattered
Hmm.
in this game, and the fact that defensively they put on a good defensive game, stopped the other team from scoring. I think they put a great game plan together. Uh, I thought South Carolina was going to be there and trying to match up with them, but UCLA was a dominant team all year, so it wasn't no mystery, and there's no
Mhm.
mystery on either side of the coins. The two teams that won this weekend, man, because I made a bold prediction with UConn, which first it didn't seem too bold, but it was a bold one, right? Um, I know you had Arizona, you know,
Boy,
which got
Arizona. It's
destroyed.
like they stayed in the hotel.
Oh my
I don't know
goodness.
what happened.
Oh man, it was terrible. It
It
was
was
terrible.
terrible.
It
They
was
didn't even look like
terrible.
the same team.
Not at all. At
Yikes.
all. At all. And I'm talking about you got beat. I mean, they just outmuscled you. Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it,
shocked at that.
it
Of
I
all
was
the
too. I,
games
I was
this
too.
weekend, I'm
That was
shocked
one.
that Arizona got
Yeah.
blown out by
I
Michigan.
was too, honestly. Quite honestly, I was because I said I know Michigan could win, and I thought honestly it was a more evenly matched up matchup.
Hmm.
I thought that was going to be the more competitive one, not the UConn one. You know what I'm saying? Not UConn Illinois was a great game. I mean, that was a real good game. You know, and I thought Michigan was going to be on that same level, but no, clearly they were on a different level. Clearly they were on a better coaching by far. Their bigs play big. Their guards play outstanding. Defensively locked it in. The big guys never got in the rhythm from Arizona. They just played an exceptional game. Arizona cannot hit anything. They got out rebounded, outshot, outclassed. It was just out everything. Okay. And then what happens? We take that same momentum to which was a great finals, by the way. Great finals, by the way. And it was crazy because they played a UConn type of pace. You know what I mean? Because Michigan normally is a fast pace, up in the 90s type of
Hmm.
squad, 90s to 100. They play real like prolific offense. Normally, UConn's kind of slow it down, half court set type things, play with the bigs. They got a nice power forward with Caravan, /3. He's a /3/4, mostly three. The guards played good defense. So it was a UConn type of game, but Michigan was able to just, man, talking about defensively stalwart, they put up a great defense. 37 years, bro. 37-year drought. 37. 37.
Hmm.
Fat
And
Five boys happy.
but I want to ask you this question. I want to ask you this, okay? Because I thought about this last night. You take the Glenn Rice team that won a national championship in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
You take this team that won yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you think they're the only two that have the natties?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think one of those two is the best team in the history of Michigan? Or, in my opinion, but I'm going to ask you, one of those Fab Five teams could have beat either one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of those
Yeah.
Chris Webber
Yeah. I
teams
think one of Chris Webber's
was
teams. Yeah,
better
for
than
sure.
both of those teams.
For sure. For sure. For sure. Yeah. 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 I'm looking at the talent. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously
Especially, I think the second one, the one that lost to North Carolina.
yes. Yes. Yes.
When
I mean, you ain't gonna get
when
that.
Weber screwed up at the end.
Yeah, with the timeout. Yeah,
He got away with a travel.
and the
That was the
travel.
whole thing. He got away
Yep.
with a travel, and then he called it
And
timeout.
then he got
Oh,
timeout.
panic.
You panic.
Panic.
You panic. You panic. You talking about talent? You talking about talent?
Oh, well, talent, they
Yeah.
were light years better,
I
but I
mean,
thought they were better. I thought they were better.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, with that team that we saw this weekend, man, was a real well coached team. I didn't see any flaws in their game, and one of their best players were injured.
Mm-hmm.
He had an ankle and knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't even 100%. And I love the post game, the halftime interview, because like the one reporter said, you don't get too much honesty like that. You always get the politically correct answer, right?
And
And he said,
apparently, they said that his agent told him not to play or
yeah,
think about not playing.
yeah. So he said no.
No,
No.
he's playing.
National
I'm playing.
championship? I'm
I'm
playing.
playing.
I'm playing. And he took a personal saying I'm playing soft. I love that. I love that right there, man. We
Hmm.
need to translate that down to these soft behind NBA players making all this freaking money, that's want to sit down because I'm tired. I'm not going to play back to
Hmm.
backs. I make $200 million a year, but I'm not going to play a back to back. Why would I want to play a back to back? I might break a nail out there, mess up my pedicure. That I just got my pedicure because when I wasn't playing, I went and saw my pedicure, got a masseuse. Oh my God, I can't drink that. That's not Aquafina. Is that mineral water? What is that? That's how I feel when I talk about these modern day freaking athletes, man. They soft, man. Super soft, man. Super duper soft. Extremely talented, but super soft. Okay. Super soft. Okay. I grew up in the era in the 90s, man, when they actually played ball. Okay.
I played.
I play in an era where, and I get it. It was a half court set back then, bro. It was a half court set, Gil. That's what it was. If you shot 10 3-pointers, you wasn't in that game. You was sitting in the pine, boy. You hear me? So I get it. No defense, bigger offense. Voila. Soft behind players. Michigan, you could teach these pros a lesson, man. How to grit it out, grind it out, put it on the line for your team. No excuses. I want to win, and I'm not going to sit on here and then had that bother me saying I could have gave at least 80%. I couldn't give you 100, but I'm gonna give you 80. I'm gonna give you whatever I got in this tank. But I can't see me sitting on the sideline in a national championship game. You know what I'm saying? And I watch my team. If they lost, I'm gonna have to eat that. That's gonna bother me. As a champion, that will bother me. My soul, it would kill me. I couldn't get no sleep. I would have nightmares. Nightmares. Sorry, y'all.
Yes. Well, yeah, you're on it. So, quick recap. Congratulations to the UCLA Bruins, the women's team, and congratulations to the Michigan Wolverine, the men's team. I can't believe all those championships that UCLA has. This is their first
That's
women's
crazy, Gil.
championship. That's
That's
a
insane.
basketball school. And what's
Yes.
funny, the basketball school, it's the women that win, and in Michigan, the football school, it's the basketball team that wins, the men's.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
everything. And Indiana, which is a basketball school, wins for football.
Football.
What's going on?
What,
What's
bro?
going on this
I
year
don't
with
know.
these
Hey,
schools?
you watch the multiverse with
Yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah.
and Doctor
Doctor
Marvel and Doctor
Strange.
Strange
Yeah.
and all these multiverse. I think we
Mm-hmm.
entered another universe.
Mm.
I think when COVID hit, we entered the other universe. I'm just saying, Gil, it's 2026, and I don't think I'm in the same universe I was before COVID hit. Because, like you said, it's a paradox forming around us, and it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Think about it, Gil. Hold up. Let's jump in this little rabbit hole real quick. I'm gonna take you on my warp real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me. We went to the Detroit Pistons being the worst team.
Mm-hmm.
They're number one, Gil.
Number one seed.
Pause.
Yeah.
We went from OKC,
Mm.
great talent, right? Kevin Durant, James Harden. What would have been, right? They were last place. Guess what? They won a chip last year, brother. They won a chip last year, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Look. So many years the Dodgers could not get over the hump. They couldn't get over the hump, Gil. The Dodgers, very talented, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
Yankees will die. Remember? Yeah.
I got one for you. I got one for you.
You got another one?
Best player in baseball.
Hold up.
American Pie. America's sport. The
Huh?
best player in baseball
It's
is and
Japanese.
Japanese.
Japanese. Hold up.
Wait,
Am
but yeah,
I?
but that's not going to happen again because
No.
in the NBA,
Oh,
the
no.
best player
Is
in basketball is an
is uh huh? I could
oh
say
well,
Serbian.
okay,
Hold up.
but at least the second best player is
Is no, I don't think no. I think he's international too.
the
Yeah.
third best
The
player.
third best
He's
player got to be the. No, I think he's international too, Gil. Whoa, Yeah, I'm in a different world. I'm in a different universe, and I don't know what's happening right now because the Buffalo Sabres are actually one of the top teams in the NHL.
Yeah,
It's been a long
yeah,
road coming.
yeah. No Dominic Hasek.
No. It's a new wave. It's a
Yeah,
new era. It's a new
yeah.
era, Gil.
Mm.
I'm utterly confused. I'm utterly confused.
What's old is new again. I mean, Colorado. Look at
Yeah,
Colorado's back.
Colorado's back with a vengeance.
Colorado's back. They are
With a
back. They
vengeance.
are good.
I
They
mean,
are
super good. I mean,
good.
extremely good.
They are good.
Good. So we're in, ladies and gentlemen, me and Gil just took you on a journey. You have entered the twilight zone. Thank you via us.
Hmm.
Thank you via
Yeah,
us.
it's crazy. I mean, just like now, what we would expect, foreigners like Canadians, they are obviously the best and definitely won the gold medal in hockey. No, wait a minute. That
Oh
was
no,
that was the
that was
Americans.
Americans. Hold up, Gil.
Wait a minute. They didn't.
No.
They don't have the best in basketball, but they're the best in
Okay.
hockey.
In hockey? Hold up. I'm definitely in a different world right now, bro. Sorry, Gil. I got one more throw at you. How does a YouTuber become a better boxer or better selling boxer than people that actually box?
Yeah, but it's not like a YouTuber
No,
who
that's
doesn't even have an amateur background
no,
could
no,
could
no,
beat a big name
nah.
like a
Like
former heavyweight.
nah, no,
Wait a
no.
minute.
Hold up. Oh snap! I think that happened, Gil. I think that the guy that we're talking about didn't have an amateur career, and he's making more money than and more attention, and he's selling out Netflix and all types of stuff. And then they said he couldn't do it, but he's doing it. What world have I transported myself into?
Huh.
Whoa,
Hmm.
whoa, 2026. I'm in a different world. AI is here. It's over. It's over,
Hmm.
Gil. It's over.
Hmm.
So I think for betting people that follow sports in general, if you're not following the trend right now, what you think was what was supposed to be is not going to be that no more. So if you're looking for a dark horse, I think you really need to start putting your money on that dark horse because I'm telling you, it's trending. I was just thinking about it because I want to shift to the NBA real quick, and I'll think about this, Gil.
Hmm.
I had a question. I was thinking about this, right?
Hmm.
Cooper Flag,
He's had a
Dallas.
couple of really good games.
Yes, Dallas, right? And I'm thinking about this, right? I was really thinking about it. I was saying like we get on the Nico Harris trade at the time it looked like one of the stupidest trades ever existed, right? But I'm gonna have to pause this real quick, because like we just went through the paradox theory, right? You got to kind of tear it up to build it back up, right? And I'm looking at Dallas. I'm like, you know what, Gil? I don't think they're that far off from the prediction that they envision for Cooper Flag and that team, right? Because I was thinking like, man, they're gonna be like, I don't want to compare them to the Wizards, but like the Wizards, just lottery picks don't pan out. It's gonna be bad, right? I have to double back. I don't think that's the truth. I don't think that's true. I actually think that I'm looking at it. I think Dallas will be back to the Dallas kind we know. I'm giving it 2 or 3 years. I'm giving them two
Well,
to
well,
three years.
they'll get Kyrie back next
Yeah,
year,
they're gonna
right?
get Kyrie. That's what I'm saying. Kyrie, I think they're gonna make some, and then by them their season, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get a decent lottery
Draft pick.
ball.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. So I think and Cooper Flag is I love the season he's having because I'm gonna give you a comparison football wise, and I think you can relate to this a little bit. I'm comparing to Caleb, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right, Caleb, for all purposes, he didn't have a bad rookie season. He
Hmm.
really did.
Hmm.
Especially the situation he was thrown into with the coaching being so terrible and not being coached up, not having really a system. He kind of went through what you wanted to go through as a rookie because you got tested. He got battle tested early to see, okay, are you really the goods, right? We seen what happened when you bring a coach, a system, you're coaching, you see it. And I think because he went to so much adversity that first year, and he was able to weather through it. That this year when he played football, you've seen it. You've seen what they were saying, the throws, the game kind of slowed down for him. You know, you've seen it, man. He made so many great plays, right? And I think Cooper Fly, by having this year that he's having now, coming to the league, especially with the trade and the hype and all the other stuff, he's not having a bad rookie season. He's really not. He's starting to catch on. He's starting to get to the game. He's starting to kind of get his footing in the game. It took a while because he's a rookie, right? And I think by this year that he's going through, the next couple of years, I think he's going to pan out to the player I think that he was predicted to be. I can
Man,
see it.
he's had a couple of back-to-back games that are just
Yes,
bangers.
yes, yes,
Scoring
yes,
50-something in one and then
yes,
40-something in another back-to-back.
yes. So I'm looking for Dallas to be back in a couple years. Remember I said that, right? You got to kind of tear it up to build it up. That's kind of way sports go, right?
So
And
is that your bold prediction?
that's
In
my
two
definitely
in 2 years, Dallas will be back
yes. That's
as
my
as
bold
a
prediction.
top 4 team in the
Yeah.
West.
Yes, yes.
2
That's my bold
years.
prediction. I'm giving them 2 years, 3 max, that they will be a top 4 team in the West. Yes, sir. That's
Okay,
my
well,
bold prediction.
well, well.
One of
Here's
my bold predictions.
my bold prediction. My bold prediction is that the LA Lakers don't make it out of the first round again.
Ooh.
Again.
Hold up,
And
man.
it's
That's
not
black.
really a Super Bowl prediction, but they were playing pretty
Gil,
well, pretty
Gil,
well.
that's blasphemy. That's blasphemy, Gil.
Who
You
they,
know the
who,
Lakers are the number 3 pick right now. Don't you know they're
and
holding on to the 3rd spot right now, Gil?
and who they lined up to play? Who's number 6?
Man, this current it might be either Houston, as you say, Houston, or is it Minnesota? It might be Houston, Minnesota.
I think both of those teams could beat the
Yeah,
Lakers.
it's not good
No,
luck.
no Luca, no Austin.
No Austin.
LeBron is just getting used to being the number 3 man, and now he's got to be number 1 again.
And your number 1 option is DeAndre Ayton. I don't like them odds. I
Mm.
agree. I think they got dealt a heavy hand at the wrong time. It's going to be very hard.
Mhm.
That's bold. I don't even think it's really a
It
bold.
breaks my heart. Oh,
Mm,
Lakers will underachieve again.
mm, mm,
Mm.
mm,
Makes
mm.
me so sad.
Now
Not really.
my question to you, Gil, right? Because my Knicks hold the 3 spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Currently. You think it's a smart idea to just kind of like the rest Jalen Brunson, get them ready for the playoffs? Or do you think that we should keep playing them and just keep that momentum of playing? Um, what's your opinion on that whole?
I would play him because players are creatures of habit,
Mhm.
but I would just reduce his minutes. That's all. If you're in a position now where you're not going to move up or down,
Yeah,
you're kind of stuck at number 3, I would play him. I would start him, but I would take away, 10, 15 minutes. If as long as you're not going to be like Tibbs and only play 7 guys in the playoffs, if you're actually going to use your bench, then
right.
let them get some more playing time at the end of this year. That's what I would do. I would still, play Brunson, but late in the second quarter, a lot of time in the fourth quarter, just not play him. Just not play him. But play less minutes, but I wouldn't like sit him.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like you playing all year. Now at the end of the year, we're gonna break your routine and we're not gonna play you. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either, man.
Creature of habit.
I don't either. Now I got a bold prediction for you.
Mm.
I think one of them play-in teams will make a run. I think they'll take that momentum and make a run.
Which team you got in mind?
Right now, if you're looking at it, You know who's a dangerous team if they could get going?
No.
Philly.
Who?
Philly.
I just feel like we're always like, they got the talent, they got the names, they got the star power, they ever just get it together, they stay healthy. I feel like we're always saying that.
Yeah, we
And
are.
then you know the expression when someone tells you who they are, believe them. And
Yeah,
Embiid is always not healthy in the playoffs.
yeah. You don't think Paul George could step up in the playoffs and
Has
become
he
playoff
ever?
P?
Has he ever?
Not since Indiana. Not since Indiana.
It has been a long time. He's still when he's out there and he's healthy, he's good. He's good, but I mean, he's not a winner. He's not if you were to say that about like Kawhi Leonard,
Right.
oh, if he stays healthy, they can really make a run. Yeah, I would agree with that because he's got the pedigree and the resume. What's George ever done except for his early years in Indiana, going head to head
Yeah.
with LeBron
LeBron,
and
yeah.
Miami,
Yeah.
which by the
Yeah.
way, they still lost.
They did. They
They
did,
still
Gil.
lost. They
Great
were
point.
good. They gave them a run, but they still lost.
Great point. Great point. So you
So
still got
you can't rely on Embiid's health. You can't rely on George winning because he's never really done it. And so who's the guy? Maxi
Maxi. You had to ride the wave of Maxi.
and the rookie
Yeah, I don't.
Edgecombe.
Yeah, I don't see Edgecombe not in the playoff. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's bold. It's a bold, but that's bold.
There's names there, and if they're healthy and then they all play together at the same time, but they don't. They don't. Embiid will have one great game, and then he'll have two subpar games because his leg is like dead. So he's like going out there on one leg sometimes. Again, what we always talk about, he's always on the floor.
Was on the floor.
He loves shooting the three.
Yeah,
He loves
don't
it.
want to. He doesn't.
He
Don't want.
loves it.
Definitely want to bang. He don't want to bang in the
He can
spot.
go 0 for 5, and he's like, I'm gonna make the next one. 0 for 6. I'm gonna make the next one. But then when he's down in the post, he's got no lift.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
I
bold.
just,
It's
I just,
bold.
it's bold, but I think unrealistic.
Unrealistic. So
Unrealistic.
you see. So you don't see them getting past a Boston because it
No
looks like more
way.
likely they're going to match up. If coming out this, if they make that 7th seed, more likely they'll come out the 7th seed. Um, they
No
will have to
way.
match against Boston first round.
I think a healthy Embiid, they still don't beat Boston because when he was healthy years ago, they couldn't beat Boston.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
we got to remember Embiid has never been past the second round.
He has it. He has
Never.
it. He
He
has
might
it.
get a sweep in the first round, but he's never been past the second round. So, and that's when he was, healthy-ish.
Mm. That's hey man, y'all heard it right here, man. Like, subscribe to our channel. We thank y'all for watching us, man. But Gil don't think that Philly has a shot, a realistic shot of challenging any of the big dogs in the East for a chip or run. He don't think that the Embiid, Maxi-led Sixers with Paul George can take it beyond the first round.
I don't. I don't.
Comment, like,
Sorry.
subscribe. All right, moving on to the other thing that's going to be of importance is the NHL, my brother. And when I
Hmm.
say it is getting hot, heated right now, my brother, whoo, it's hot and heated right now, man. As we know, the top dogs coming into this playoffs is Carolina, Tampa Bay, Avalanche, historic run. Buffalo, Buffalo. Right
Hmm.
now, man, it's very interesting in the West because right now the Kings are holding on to that eighth spot right now, but they're only separated by a game, 2 games. But you got San Jose Sharks, my ladies' team, is 2 games back. That's my ladies' team. Yup, celebrate.
Every time I hear about the the San Jose
Yep.
Sharks. I always think about you saying that's my ladies'
My
team.
ladies' team, she watched them faithfully. So they're two back, and then you got Nashville. The Predators is a game back. It's very interesting in the West, but the East is even more interesting, man. You got four teams right now, man. I could literally make it, and they're all tied with 88 points right now. You got the Flyers. Who's out in the East that got matter of fact, because I want the people to get good information, not bad information. So I'm gonna tell you exactly who's in the running right now. I know Columbus is one of them. It's Columbus. It's Columbus.
Blue
Philly.
Jackets.
The Jackets are playing real good hockey right now. Philly surprisingly is playing real good. They won tonight. They beat the Devils. Whew. I'm sorry, Gil. They beat your Devils tonight, man. 5-1. Yeah. I'm sorry, Gil. I know you're a Devils fan. Don't worry, you'll be back. We're in the paradox. We just talked about the paradox. The Devils will be back. Watch.
What's old is new again.
I'm telling you, watch what I'm telling you, Gil. Give a couple years. Watch what we said is right here. You heard it first. I called it. Jersey Devils in a couple years will be one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the NHL. Mark my words, Captain. But okay, so right now, currently, and we're talking about the wild card picture in the East. Who is really, really close? Who for the wild card? Man, that's crazy. Philly is in the playoffs, right? Oh my goodness, this is insane, Gilly. Who right now, the wild card standings is Boston, Ottawa Senators. I'm surprised because they had an injury, man. I didn't think it was I thought it was gonna be a costly injury because one of their big guys had went down. But man, they've been winning. So right now it's Columbus Jackets, as I stated, Detroit and the Islanders. Right now, Ottawa has them by 2 points. They got Detroit by 3 points, and they got New York Islanders by 3 points. So it's getting, I think they kind of like on a. I don't think they're realistically gonna make it. So honestly, it's between the Jackets, Columbia Jackets. I can't believe Philly jumped all the way into the third spot. They're not even a wild card. They're actually a top 16. They were just on the cusp of not making the playoffs. Us crazy. Like they turned around at the right time. Okay, because I didn't think they were going to make it. They had hit this stretch, man, when it was like they just, especially after the trade, they just was not clicking. Now they just been on they put one of the hottest teams clicking, man. Yeah. And on, like I said, on the West Coast, it's LA. LA right now it's close, man. Nashville, like I said, Nashville's only a game back, and San Jose is only 2 points back. You know what I mean? Whoo! It's getting real, man. It's getting
Well,
real, man.
I think the playoffs start in a week and a half.
It's getting real. Like these last couple weeks is especially for them playoff spots, it's real. It's critical. Okay. So I'm definitely paying attention to see what LA is going to be doing. The Predators right now, and this week, I know LA got a real easy game. They should win the game. They play Vancouver. They play Vancouver, but it's hockey. And like we always say, man, a team that's not even going to make the playoffs could be the team that's trying to get playoff bound. They could play spoiler. Okay. But I think that, and this is my bold prediction, I got Buffalo Sabres playing for the Eastern Conference final
Whoa.
champions.
So they make the
Yes.
cup. They
Yes.
make the cup.
Yes. I think that they're going to challenge for the title. Then they're going to challenge because it's always got to be a Florida team, right? The Lightning.
So they're gonna make the Eastern Conference Finals
Yes. Playing on the
against the
Buffalo
Lightning.
Lightnings to go face the West. And out the West, I'm going to make a crazy bold prediction. Crazy, man. This man's crazy, man. You know what I got coming out the West?
If you're not gonna say Colorado, then no,
I'm
I
not going
don't.
to say Colorado.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be the easy answer, Gil. Why would make that bold?
Who, Edmonton?
Nah, not this year.
Not this year. Okay.
Not this year, buddy. I like David McCool, but not this year, buddy. And his name is McConnor. I know his name. It's McCool to me, though. He's so cool. I got Dallas.
The Stars.
The Stars.
That's bold.
It
So you got it.
definitely
So
is.
you got a rematch. You got a
Dallas and Buffalo.
1999 Stanley Cup
Yeah,
rematch.
yeah. I'm in the paradox, bro. I'm floating in the paradox.
Look at this guy.
I'm trying to tell you,
I mean,
man.
not impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's not
Look,
impossible.
I say UConn, bold pick, right? To the final. They made it. They just got spanked. They didn't get spanked. It was actually a good game. They didn't get spanked. You know? Paradox. Follow my theme here, buddy. We're in the paradox. Why not? Old becomes new again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate?
I mean,
Buffalo against Dallas? Who would have saw that coming?
not me.
I
But
mean,
it could. It's not that far fetched.
It's not.
It's not
Yo.
that far
It's
fetched,
not.
honestly.
It's not. But I would
Especially
honestly,
the Buffalo side. Buffalo could really
it
do it.
really could. It really could. Now you know what would be
Dallas.
insane. You know what would be insane? I mean, totally insane. Like this insane. Like you'll have to be like insane to even think this dumb thought. But the Flyers making it. Flyers. I said that with a distant echo because it's not happening, y'all. The Flyers. That's not happening. That's not happening, y'all. We're not gonna get crazy on this show, okay? That's super bold. That's beyond bold. That's retarded, okay? Y'all, that is not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Yeah, Philly, hate me all you want. I don't care. Yeah, the Cowboy fans said it. I don't care. You're not. Yeah, y'all made the playoffs, but you ain't going far. I'm telling you that right now, Chief. You dig it? Buffalo. My obviously for me, I'm rooting for the Avalanche. I just think the Avalanche is just I just got an awesome team, man. They got an awesome team, man. They really got a real good team, man. So I'm curious to see if they can really run it all the way through and see if they can win the whole thing because they are the favorites by far. They broke a record, so you know. But I'm telling you, man, you know, the playoffs is a different animal. It's a different animal. It's a different animal.
They could lose in the first
They
round.
can. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm. It's 0-0 on the clock for real in hockey, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. You know, and if your goaltender,
if your goaltender is hot,
yes. If he's hot, I'm telling you, he can make a difference. We have seen it. He'll nullify a good offense. If you get a goaltender's in the zone, forget about it. Italian people say, forget about it. What we talking about? All right, man. Moving forward, man. You know, it's early in the season. I just want to quickly talk about this NHL and MLB, right? Right now, man. I made a crazy prediction last year, and you laughed at me. You laughed on me on national television. I ain't like that, Gil. I said the Marlins.
And you deserve to get laughed at.
I did. They were terrible. But this year, so far, what we in? What, 2 weeks in?
2 weeks. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So far, though, let's be real, Gil. Can you believe that the Marlins are the third? Y'all thought I was gonna say something crazy. Right now, you know, you predicted the Mets this year, didn't you? You said you like the Mets coming out the East.
Yeah, I think I did.
Right now, they're actually making you look good so far. They're actually leading. I mean, it's 2 weeks. 7-4. You know, it's good. Right now, it's got a question. I'm just gonna go real quick and ask you a question. Do you think that they will be able to maintain momentum, or do you think they're gonna fall off mid-season and just no, they're not gonna end up winning?
Who are we talking about? The Marlins?
No, we're on division. I'm gonna tell you who's currently winning. Do you think they're gonna they're gonna be able to keep that pace?
Okay.
All right. We'll start with our league. Our Yankees are on fire right now, bro. They're 8-2. They're on fire. They're on fire. Yeah, they're on fire. Do you think the Yankees can win the division?
Can win it? Yes.
Will win the division.
I think they will win it? No. I think Toronto's going to win it.
Currently, Toronto is almost last in our division.
Okay. After 2 weeks.
You still got Toronto.
Yeah. Come back. Come ask me again in a month.
I will. I got the Yankees though. I think the Yankees will be able to maintain momentum.
You said the Yankees last week.
I did. That's fine. I got my Yankees. Currently, Cleveland is winning in the Central. Do you think Cleveland could pull out that division, or who you got coming out the division if it's not Cleveland?
What's Toronto Detroit's record?
Oh, they're last. They're 4-7 right now. But once again, it's 2 weeks in. They're on 4-7. They're 4-7, and Cleveland 7-5. So it's not like they're separated by far.
Not Minnesota.
Who's currently third in that division?
Mm,
Them and KC's tied at 5-6 right now.
I thought KC might be pretty good. Mm, Cleveland, sure, why not?
Okay,
I'll stick with
I
Cleveland.
agree. I had picked Cleveland from the rip. I believe that I had Cleveland. Oh no, my tag.
No, I think you liked
I had
Kansas
KC.
City.
I got Kansas City. I'm gonna stick with my guns with Kansas City. I think Kansas City will pull it out. Right now, we got Houston and Texas tied for the West. Um, do you see Houston winning that division?
Yeah. I mean, if it's a two-horse race between them and the Rangers, then I think
Seattle's in
Houston.
that division too.
Oh, I did, and I picked Seattle, right?
Seattle. Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay
stick
with Seattle then. Mm.
I'm agree with you with the Seattle pick. I think that it's early. I think that they'll heat up in the second half. I really think they'll heat up in the second half. I think they got the pitching. I think they definitely got the skipper. So I'll agree with you. I don't think that Houston's going to win that division. I'm going to go with Seattle. I'm gonna stick by that because I know they ain't going to be their Angels. I know that much. You know what I mean?
Already really bad.
Yeah. Right now, the Mets are winning the division of the East. Do you still stick with the Mets to pull it out?
I probably shouldn't. I should jump on the Phillies before they get good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go with the Phillies. I am, and if it wasn't the Phillies, well, I can't pick the other team because I would say
Atlanta.
Atlanta. I would say Atlanta, but I'm gonna stick with the Phillies. I think the Phillies will do what Phillies do, and they'll heat up in the second half, and go on a crazy dumb run. So, and I think the pitching will get tighter. I think their pitching will get better as it goes along. And Philly's always been a kind of rough place to play. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, I'll go with Philly. I'll go with Philly. Right now, Cincinnati is winning the Central. Well, they're tied with Milwaukee. You already know who I picked for the Central, so I'm
You
sticking
picked
with
Milwaukee, right?
Milwaukee. I'm sticking
And
with
I
Milwaukee.
and I think I picked Chicago.
You did. You picked Chicago, who is currently last, but they're 5-6. Once again, it's nothing. America. We gotta go crazy because they're last. Okay, it's 5-6. Okay, it's a long season. A lot of things is gonna happen. So this. Don't take it as a grain of salt. That's how baseball go. We'll talk next month.
Check back in a month.
In a month, we'll be running. Chicago will be running with division. But me, I'm gonna stick with Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee. I like Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee will win that division.
I'm gonna still stick with Chicago.
Okay.
After 2 weeks, I'm not gonna change my mind. I do feel like changing my mind on the Mets, though.
Okay.
I do feel like changing that.
Yeah, I think the Mets will be a meltdown like they always do.
Well, yeah, like they always
They
do.
always do. I can't. Not with the Mets. Not that ain't the New York team to follow or put my money behind. Not that team. And the last one, I don't care, man. This is a no-brainer. It's the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
They're running away already, man. They're 9-2.
Dodgers.
It's between them and the Yanks. If we can link up in that postseason again, we got to get it together, baby. You know what I mean? Because I ain't like that. We lost to how Freddie Freeman killed us. I ain't like that.
I didn't like how
I ain't like that.
Garrett Cole was winning both of his starts, and he had one bad inning in each of those games and gave up the lead.
Yeah.
I didn't like that because I remember recording 2 shows down here and the Yankees were winning and Cole was on the mound. And then when I went back upstairs, the Yankees were losing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and they couldn't get out Freddie Freeman.
Couldn't
Get him out.
Oh my goodness. Every time it was a big play needed to happen. He made it happen.
He made it happen.
Oh my, it wasn't a homer, it was the hitting in the gap. It was like, come on. Even if you shifted, it's nothing you could do. He just hit every hole. That's like, man, that just don't happen, man. He was just that good. Like, it's rare you see somebody that good just really dominate the game. And we had no answer for the guy at all. We ain't get beat by Tani. We got beat by Freddie Freeman, man.
Yeah.
Which, to his
Which
credit,
probably
he is
puts him in the Hall of Fame after that
for sure,
performance.
for sure, for sure. All right, Gil, man. Now we gotta get to the bread and butter. What we do, man. Okay. Let's get the bread and butter. What we do, man. Okay. Top 5 April sporting events. There's a lot of things going on in this month right here, man. April Fools, it's April Fools
Mhm.
to you, to us all. The showers, bring Mayflowers,
Bring Mayflowers. Yeah, you're right.
all that good stuff. So my question to you, my man, the Gil, the man, the Meister that you are, what is your top 5 events? And we'll, go through them and talk about it and why you
Mhm.
think these events are top dogs.
All right. Well, I'll go first, but we'll alternate. We'll go 5 to 1.
Well, you
I'll do
alternate.
5, then you do 5. I'll do 4, then you do 4, so on and so forth.
I'm
My
pretty much
top
the same accordance.
5.
Yes, sir.
My top 5. My number 5. And I have talked about this. You have echoed me talking about this. We just talked about it on this show. At number 5, the first round of the NHL playoff.
Yes, sir.
Because like we said, it doesn't matter where you're seated. If you make the dance as an 8 seed, you got a legit shot of knocking off number 1.
Indeed.
It is so exciting. Every matchup in that first round is exciting. It's way better than the first round of the NBA. Way better. Now, the NBA catches up as the rounds go. But that first round, I mean, hockey hits the ice skating fast. I can't say running, but skating fast. So I'm going to go number 5, the first round of the NHL playoffs, where 16 teams legitimately have a shot at winning Lord Stanley Cup. What is your 5th?
Oh man, my 5th man is I'm in total agreement with you, brother. I'm in total agreement with you, man. I think the NHL hockey playoffs in general, but especially that first round, exciting. Exciting. It's no clear favor. It's obviously it's clear favors because you come in at as the number 1 seed, but man, you get that matchup, you catch that red hot team, especially the ones that just got in and momentum and goaltending, and you start to figure it out. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous because sometimes, man, the number 1 dogs start sitting people from risk of injury, and we always say, man, you don't want to be, killing momentum, you know, because you're afraid of an injury. Next team come in red hot, take off. So yeah, first one round of NHL is also for me 5. All right, now
All right, number 4.
number 4 for me, I'm going to draft.
Hmm.
I'm going to draft number 4. Obviously, man, me and you do NFL. We always it's always fun because I want to see if the needs are met or if you're looking for the best available player. You know what I'm saying? This year is going to be interesting because I think it's going to be a lot of defensive players coming off the board. I think you get a lot of good players coming in the second round. You don't have to really go be that aggressive in the first round to get some decent players. I think the second and third rounds you can get some good talent coming out. We already know the clear number 1 is going to be Mendoza. And by the way, Kirk Cousins signed with the Raiders, which is a great veteran. Great veteran, I believe. If you want to just sit your number 1 guy, I don't want him jumping
You don't
early.
have to rush
You don't
them.
have to rush the process when you got Kirk Cousins. So, I would think that'd be a smart way to do it. You know what I'm saying? But if worst case scenario, if you get knocked out, you still got Kirk Cousins to come in. I think you get the job done with Kirk Cousins. You feel me? But yeah, the draft by far for me, number 4 is the draft.
My number 4 is the Final Four in the NCAA basketball.
The final
What
four.
the Final Four? They don't talk about the championship. They talk about making the Final Four. That's when they move to the location. Okay. That's when you get to talk about 4 teams for a week. That's the pressure. If you're on the hot seat, got to at least make the Final Four. And the flip side is you had a great season if
Yeah.
you made the Final Four. You know, if it's one of those smaller schools and they take America for a ride and they make it to the Final Four, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Or are all four number one seeds going to make it? There's so many storylines. It's always about the Final Four. It's
Mm.
always about the Final Four more than the finals, more than the actual team that wins it all. Who are the teams that are going to make it to the Final Four? So for the men and women's, but you know, the men's is more popular. That's who the people fill out the bracket. It's always who's going to make the Final Four. And so that's what I have as my number four, the Final Four.
All right. Now, for the three spot, man, the three spot was hard for me, man. Cause both of them could go for me, but I'm gonna do it who I think outshines, and because my two is gonna be crazy, and number one is gonna be number one. So for me, I'm gonna go with the NBA. I'm gonna go NBA is my third one. You know, it's gonna get real good, especially towards them second, third rounds. It's gonna be really good. First round is a joke, in my opinion. It's a joke. You know, I don't see no 7 seed. I mean, I made a bold prediction, but that's super bold. But it's Philly, like you said, Philly is Philly. You know what I mean? But the second rounds, I think that's when it starts to really like pan out. Talent pans out. You sort of get some of them real good matchups, and you could definitely see where it's going to be a challenge. So it's always exciting when you get to the second, third round, man, and then who's going to be playing for that chip. You know, who's going to take it to the next level? Who's going to step up and their play is going to go to that superstar level, the league, face of the league type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I always love the playoffs around this time, obviously. So the third spot for me is NBA. Clearly, NBA.
If it was the 80s or 90s, the NBA
It
would
would have been
probably be
one.
number one
Yeah, me too.
for
It'd have been
me.
one. If it was the
Number
80s and 90s,
one.
clearly it'd have been one.
Yeah.
That's it right there. That shows you the paradox
Mm-hmm.
because it dropped down to three.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not even my number three. My number three sporting event is WrestleMania. It is the granddaddy of them all. It is the most viewed of all wrestling events. I still think the one they had in Philly a couple years ago was the best I've ever seen.
Oh, it was
Once they made it a two
electrifying.
night thing, the
It was
first night was good. The
electrifying.
second night was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That
You
one
ain't
in
like LA?
Philly.
You think LA one was exciting?
When were LA a few years ago?
Yeah. The one in LA
Yeah,
a few years
I thought
ago.
it was good. I thought
It was good.
New
It was real
Orleans
good.
when the Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar, I thought was good. I thought WrestleMania 17 was really good. I thought WrestleMania 18 was really good. I thought WrestleMania 4 when they had the tournament that
Yeah.
Macho Man had to wrestle four times and he beat Ted DiBiase in the fourth round to win the title. I thought that was outstanding. Obviously the hype for WrestleMania 3, Hogan versus Andre, but the best
Yeah.
match was Randy and Steamboat.
So what set the Philly one apart as the best one for you? What made the
Man,
Philly one?
you watched it that second night. I mean, it was like a rock concert
Yeah.
every time a wrestler came out, their entrance music, it was a pop.
Yeah.
It was a pop for everybody.
Yeah.
That was, and then how it ended with Cody Rhodes finally finishing the
Yeah.
story after
Yeah.
he lost last year to Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
comes back to win it, and they had The Rock in it, and they had Cena in it, then they had
The
The
Undertaker.
Undertaker,
Yeah.
all in that match. I mean,
It was electrifying, man.
it was
Forget
electrifying.
forget about it, Gil. Forget about it. What we talking about here? What you talking about? What you talking about? Forget
So
it.
WrestleMania as a sporting event is my number three.
Oh man. So we had the double deuce?
Yeah, we're at
The
number
deuce?
two. We're at the
With the
silver
Duce?
medalist.
Well, guess my Duce is, brother. You just talked about it. That's my
Mm.
Duce. That's
Mhm.
my Duce, man. Woo, I can't wait. Boy, I can't wait. Why? Because now I got a question, man, for you, Gil. Because
Sure.
you are definitely, if you want the expert,
Mm.
this is the expert. WrestleMania, anything wrestling, this is the expert, bro. That in UFC, this is the expert, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. tune in to us. Do you like the shift of the? We're in the paradox, Gil.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are you liking with the eye show speed and Jake Paul,
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, my fault, Logan Paul, correction, Logan Paul. Are you liking the direction WWE is going with bringing these YouTubers and these these influencers on? Because they're capturing that under 25 crowd, because with I show speed being such a phenomenal star for these YouTubers and these social media people and these streamers and Twitch babies. Do you think are you liking the direction for us just to get that type of younger fan base? Because back in the 80s you had Hulk Hogan and we was eat your vitamins and say your prayers,
Mm-hmm.
and they was catering to a younger audience. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now we don't have them type of polarizing figures anymore. Just going to grab the 25-year-olds because you're old. They can't relate to us old people or older people. So do you think by bringing ISO Speed and Jake Paul, Logan Paul again, is that smart for the brand? Or you think that helps the brand? Or what do you feel? What's your personal feelings about that?
Well, so I don't want to seem like an old head.
Okay.
I I personally don't like some of that. I don't like these influencers when you go on like YouTube or something and all they're doing is showing them watching wrestling and just seeing like their reaction to what's happening. I'm not interested in them. I can do that. Who wants to see me watching something? I almost think it's kind of dumb when people are on Facebook saying, what they're doing right now. Oh, I'm watching, 60 minutes right now. Like, who cares? Who really cares? But, I'm not a 20 something.
Hmm.
I'm not a millennial. I'm Generation X. That's what I am. I was born in the mid 70s. I'm in my 50s now. It is what it is. So I'm okay with that for the younger crowd because I used to be the younger crowd. And I remember hearing the get off my lawn people saying, oh, back in my day and blah, 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 blah. Now you got, Doink the Clown running around and stuff like that. I don't want to sound like those guys.
Right.
I'm just going to say for me, I don't really care for the YouTubers and the influencers. I think Logan Paul is an exception,
Yes.
but generally speaking, I don't like it. Now, what I don't like with wrestling now is ever since Triple H, aka Paul Levesque, took over for Vince McMahon, it seems like they are creating new storylines at the drop of a hat. A guy turns from being a babyface to a heel, back to a babyface, and the storyline just goes away.
Yeah, it does.
It
It
just,
does.
it just, it
Like
just, you're supposed to be building
yes.
for something.
Yeah.
So, the climax is at a WrestleMania, at a SummerSlam, something like that. But then, you're going to turn John Cena on a SmackDown the day before SummerSlam, make him turn back into a babyface
Yeah.
and then lose the title the
And then
very
lose the
next day.
title.
Like, I just feel like show some consistency. Let something build some steam, whatever it is. You made a decision to go one way. Let's stick with that instead of, I'm going to turn it real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Oh, the people didn't like this. So I'm going to turn it. No, you didn't like it and you're changing your mind. Take ownership of that. Take ownership. Do you remember, the Cody Rhodes wasn't supposed to be in the main event 2 years ago when he
No.
won the title. And he
Nope.
won the Royal Rumble. And they went to take it from him. They were going to do a Roman Reigns Rock. That's what they were going to do. And then they flipped it. They flipped it. And then last year with John Cena, out of the blue, made him turn heel.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue
Most
again, make him
retarded.
turn babyface. When he was heel, he was winning. And
Yes.
then when he turned babyface, he
He
lost.
loses. Yeah, it was the most retardedest thing that you could have done. It had
I
no
don't get it.
had no direction.
I don't understand. It's like their seat of their pants, thinking. So That's what I don't like right now with wrestling. So anyway, I'm up to number two, right?
Yes,
My
sir.
number two.
You see.
My number two, and you can make an argument that this should be number one. And my number two comes in perfectly because this is the week of. But my number two is the Masters. It is the first major of the year in golf. It is probably the biggest, most popular major. It's the only one where you get, a jacket. It's the green jacket.
Yeah.
And it also, to a lot of people, symbolizes the start of spring. Some people still think it's baseball. Baseball starts in March.
Professor
But I
March.
think a lot of people now, when you hear the birds and you see the grass, and you see the flowers and you hear everybody quiet and then with the golf club, that's the sound of spring to a lot of people. So I'm going to say the Masters is my number two.
Man.
What's your number two?
I already did my number two was WrestleMania.
No,
That was my
was
number
it?
two. It was. That
What
was
was your number? What was your number three?
my number three was the NBA.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I remember we had
Okay.
drop off in the 80s and 90s, it would have been number one. But being that we're in the paradox, is number three. Okay. So my number one, uno ad uno, al patron, a jefe. You just mentioned it, man. You can't outdo the Masters, pimp. Like, it's the most. Yeah, that's my number
Wow.
one. And
Wow.
because I'm getting older, and when I was a kid, I hated the golf, like for real, hated it. My pop watched it faithfully. You say your pop watched racing. He's into racing, right?
My father was racing in golf.
Right, right.
That's what he watched.
My pop watched golf, bro, and that was the most boringest, especially as a kid. Well, I like basketball, and then I grew into football. But basketball was it. College and pro, it for me. And my pop, faithfully, because he's an intellectual dude, man. That dude's smart. So that's anything. Jeopardy, Will Force, he's into all that stuff. And he's a wise guy, bro. And I won't watch cartoons.
Saturday morning
Yeah,
cartoons were
man.
the best.
You just mad,
They
man.
were the best Saturday morning. The only thing that was terrible was it was hard to pick a channel, and my mother, because didn't have remotes, you had to actually walk up to the TV and turn a knob.
Exactly.
It was hard for me to pick what station I wanted to watch because whichever one it was, I had to stick with that. It was either going to be CBS, NBC, or ABC.
Or ABC.
Those were the three. Fox came a little later, and 9 was UPN, which came a little later. Yep. Channel 11 came there. Channel 11 was good, and then 13 was PBS. That's what I had. That's what I had. I had 2, 4, 5 was Fox, 6 was ABC, 7 was ABC. 7 was ABC. So it was 2 CBS, 4 NBC, 5 was Fox, but Fox wasn't around in the early 80s. 7 was ABC, 9 was UPN. I forgot I think 11 was like WB.
WB.
And then 13 was PBS. Those were my channels.
Yep.
That's what I had. So I had to pick between 2, 4, and 7 what morning cartoons I was going to watch, and I had to keep it on that channel. So whichever one had Spider-Man and his amazing friends, followed by the Hulk.
Yep.
That was the channel I was keeping on because I wanted to see those two. I wanted to see them.
Once again, we giving our ages away because I'm trying to tell you, you young people, like, what y'all talking about, man? In the streaming world, we're in the paradox again. This is the theme of the show. We're in the paradox because they don't do cable; they do streaming. Everything's accessible to the.
Now you can watch what I just mentioned. You can watch that on Disney Plus.
Boom.
Just go to the Marvel section, and they have
Boom.
the episodes of Spider-Man and his amazing
And
friends
Amazing
and
Friends.
the old school Hulk. Yes, they
Yep.
do.
So you go retro, and I'm telling you back to why the Masters now is significant to me. Because one, I'm older enough and I can appreciate the sport because it's a very challenging sport. You know what I mean? You just think that it's hitting the ball, and they make it look easy. Okay, it's
And
very
it's not.
difficult. It's very
It's
difficult.
not.
It's very difficult. Like you got to know how that it's so
Oh
many
my gosh.
factors. You know how
Where
you got to
where
know
where do
how
you
the
start
it's
in
too
playing
many,
golf?
way too many, bro. Because I was watching John when Tiger won it, right? And the shot he hit when that eagle, he had hit an eagle, right? And mind you, he's hitting out it got off the fairway. He's hitting out like the rough,
Mm-hmm.
and the shot he hit, only he could have hit this shot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It rolled up and it rolled down to where he could have got an eagle out this joint, right? And I'm just looking at it like, man, now you understand how when they touch the grass and they, what the caddy's there for,
Mm-hmm.
how the course running, the speed of the course, all this stuff plays a factor now. And it is the most publicized event this weekend is coming up. It is.
It's
So
starting on
it's going
Thursday.
on Thursday, man. So
And
yeah, I'll be
there'll be
tuned.
no Tiger Woods, by the way.
Nah, nah.
In case you don't know, now you know. There'll
Now
be
you know.
no
Nah, we
Le
know.
Tigre.
He wasn't drunk. He wasn't drunk. He blew 0.000. He wasn't drunk.
He was still impaired.
Well, I mean, he saw a rabbit in the road. That's why he flipped his SUV. It was a rabbit. He was trying to save the animal.
This is his, yeah, okay. This is his third vehicle kind of,
Well, we
deal.
gotta blame the state of Florida for giving that man a license, man. We gotta blame somebody. You can't blame him.
Well, now he has to go to rehab.
Well, he's
Anyway,
in
so
rehab. Anyway,
let
yeah, that's my
let's
number
top
one.
it off. So I don't know what I'm more shocked at. That my number one didn't even make your list, or what would have been my number one in the 80s and 90s didn't make my list. The NBA did not make my list.
That's crazy,
It did
bro.
not make my list. Where in the 90s, even as late as 99, it would have been number one. Number one. But now, my number one didn't even make your list. And my number one is the NFL draft.
It did make my list, man. It was my
Where is it?
fourth one. It was my fourth pick, bro.
Wait a minute.
Run the
Wait a minute.
tapes back.
You had
Run the tapes back.
NHL.
I said NHL, NBA draft was my fourth pick.
No, not NBA. NFL draft.
That's what
Football.
I said. NFL.
You just said
bro.
NBA, you dork.
Look, that's the same logo I put up in the fourth one, bro.
You said NBA, but
I
you put
said
up the right.
NFL, bro.
No,
Listen,
now you just said NFL.
no, I'm gonna tell you what I was talking about because I said the number one pick. Remember, we gonna go back. You gonna watch the episode, so you know I ain't lying. I said the number one pick was gonna be Mendoza. I started talking about Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
When you agree,
Yeah, but you
said that he might. You don't have to rush him. You don't have to rush him.
You did say
That's the NFL,
that,
bro.
but you said the NBA draft. You put up the NFL logo, but you said NBA draft. Now you go back and watch it.
I'm about to go back and watch it.
Yeah, you go back and watch it. You said NBA.
I definitely was talking about the NFL.
All right. Well, the NFL draft I have at number one, and the reason I edge it out over the Masters is, and it's pretty simple, because the NFL is a 3-day thing. All these ones that are more than one day, I give extra oomph. The Masters is 4 days. Golf is 4. The WrestleMania is 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I give the NFL draft over the Masters is because despite how popular golf is, and how it even went higher when Tiger Woods was relevant, it is still a niche sport.
I could agree.
Where football, in particular the NFL, is number one in this country. It's number one.
Clearly.
clearly number one. And for some people, a lot of people like myself, the NFL draft is what I look forward to the most when it comes to the NFL. It's my favorite. It's my favorite sporting event. Period. Not of April of the entire year. Me.
Indeed.
So I give it this slight edge over the Masters. But if you put the Masters one,
Yeah.
that's very hard to disagree with. Now I can disagree. I don't think it should be number four on your list,
It was number 4.
but I would put it higher than that. I wouldn't have it any lower than three.
I
Four, I
mean,
think is a
I saw a
four. I think
basketball
is a
guy
little low, and I think WrestleMania has to make everyone's top
for
five.
sure, for sure.
Has to make
So
everyone's top
it's
five.
it's it's WrestleMania is such an epic event, man. I mean, for real. If you had the paper, think about it. Think about it. If you had the money to go to any of these events live, which one would you prefer?
Ooh, well,
Obviously,
I've been to the NFL draft. When it was in New
okay.
York, I went, and I'm hoping to go again next year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But
Um,
think
I've
about it. You
been.
had Lee, you had young Leo with you. You had your son with you. What event of all them events would you be more charged to go see if you had to pay your money?
With him,
Yes, sir.
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, exactly.
WrestleMania. He
Exactly.
would he would think the golfing was boring. I've
Right.
been to a couple of golfing events, and even though it's cool to see the stars up close, it's a lot of walking,
Hmm.
and it's not that exciting. It's pretty cool, but it's not it's not like WrestleMania. I mean,
Exactly.
I've been to Raw, I've been to SmackDown, SmackDown especially. I mean, that was fire.
Exactly.
Um,
So
I've never
WrestleMania,
actually gone to a college basketball game.
me either, man.
Never
Me
at
either.
at any level.
Me
I
either,
I
man.
never have.
So I would definitely be curious about that. And then the playoffs for basketball, hockey, it's just
I
different.
tell you what. I tell you what. I tell you what. If it was you and me, I would love to go to a first round playoff game for hockey. I
Oh
would
man, me.
love that.
Oh, being
You and me, I would
well,
love that.
well, we try to tell you, Philly making the playoffs, man.
Yeah, but who am I going to root for? Who am I going to root
It ain't
for? I
about
don't want. We would be going to Philly, the Flyers home games,
yeah.
and I'm not rooting for the Flyers.
I was rooting for. I mean, that night I got caught up in the
You were rooting because I
I
was going
was
to say
rooting.
I
I
saw
got
that
caught up.
video.
I got caught
You
up,
were
bro. I got caught. Look, the
another
Philippines.
one.
Look.
Yeah, that was you. That was
They
you.
kind of wore me in, man. They kind of wore me into their presence. Okay, they wore me to my presence because my Red Wings might not make the playoffs this year, so I'm
Mhm.
mad.
I would I would love to see a hockey game with you because I think that would be dope.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
NFL draft, with
And
you and other people. I don't I don't think you would like the Masters as much, but I think you would be okay with it. Final Four, I mean that's basketball. We're
it's
gonna like
basketball
we're gonna like that.
all day long.
But WrestleMania, oh my God, especially if it's night number two. You, me, the kids.
Bro,
See, WrestleMania, you could be little, you
yup.
could be an adult.
Man,
You
just
could you could be coming from
look,
me like the 80s and
my,
90s.
my partner, he said when he went to Raw, he went to Raw when
Hmm.
Roman Reigns that came out that time, and when he came with the hoodie on and he came
Hmm.
out, it was in a matter of fact, it was in Madison Square Garden. He went to that one. He
Oh,
went to that one. Yup. And he said, bro, it's undescribable. The energy, how it's just lit. It's a he's one
some
of
guys get a real pop, and Roman
yeah,
Reigns, when his music hits, it gets a pop.
yeah.
I saw him on SmackDown.
Like in
I saw
person.
him in person. Yeah, he was the main event.
Whew.
It was him. Well, so it was the main event for on TV. He took on who's Bianca Belair's husband?
Oh,
Um
man, what's
oh,
his
I
name?
forgot. He's part of the tag team.
Yeah, the tag team.
He took on He took on that guy. I can't remember his name right now. And it was a good match. It was good. Um, and then when they went off air, Bianca took on Becky Lynch. And they
Ooh,
had a 10-minute match.
so 10
Yeah.
minutes was good.
Yeah. Yeah, Becky won though.
I like Becky Lynch.
Yeah. So the SmackDown, there was more energy than the Raw, but I saw them both in Philadelphia.
Man, so the
I saw
SmackDown
I
way
saw
more
I
energy.
saw them about 6 months apart.
And SmackDown had way more energy.
SmackDown was 2 hours, and it was better. And and honestly, it was free for me. The
Okay.
SmackDown, the Raw, we had to pay for tickets. There was three of us, and at times, it got a little boring.
Yeah.
There was a long match between Seth Rollins and well, who's the guy that broke his neck a couple years ago and was forced to retire? Big E, is that his name?
Oh yeah, Big
Big
E.
E.
Yup, Big E. Yup.
He had a long They had two commercial breaks in between
Man.
that match.
So what do they
Two
do
of
during
them.
the commercial breaks? Do they be
They
holding
keep
each other?
wrestling.
Oh,
They
do they?
keep wrestling. Yeah.
How you know it's a commercial break?
Because it shows the broadcast on the screen, and then you can kind of hear the announcers, and so you can kind of hear the television broadcasters a little bit, and when they go to commercial, like the crowd gets dark. They only have like a spotlight on the wrestlers, and then when they come back from commercial, they light up the
For the
lights that
winner.
are on the crowd again.
Okay.
You can tell when they go to commercial.
Okay.
You can tell. So they'll usually like be in one section too. Like they'll be like in one corner
Hmm.
for a few minutes. It won't be like they're, doing a whole bunch of stuff off the ropes and outside the ring and things like that. It's usually they're kind of in one spot for a couple minutes. I remember that match got a little boring. Brock Lesnar came out in the beginning. That was the one where Brock Lesnar got into it with who's the other big muscle guy? He's in AEW now. Bobby Lashley.
Oh, okay.
So Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley were in the ring together, and Brock Lesnar did the knock knock joke for Bobby Lashley, and he did it with Paul Heyman. He goes, "Hey Paul, knock knock," and then Paul Heyman goes, "Who's there?" He goes, "Bobby Lashley," and Paul Heyman goes, "Bobby Lashley who?" And Brock Lesnar goes, "Exactly," and
Exactly.
drops the mic and gets out of the ring. And Bobby Lashley's like, "Oh, such disrespect." That was the Raw that I was at. Was that one? And it was like a year after the pandemic or something like that, because they were testing all of us. I remember my
Oh my goodness.
stepdaughter had to
Yeah,
get,
boy, that's
yeah,
tough, man.
we were all getting tested as we're
Welcome
walking
to
through
the
the door.
paradox, y'all. That was our introduction to the
That
paradox.
was it, man. That was it. It was like 2021, 2000, or beginning of 2022. Yeah. But
But
anyway, so my top five: NHL, Final Four, WrestleMania, Masters, NFL Draft. Your top five was also
NHL,
NHL. It was the
NFL,
NFL Draft,
NBA,
NBA playoffs, uh,
WrestleMania,
WrestleMania, and the
Masters.
Masters.
Indeed. And
All
all
right,
I mention is the Kenyans be running for the Boston
Boston
Marathon.
Marathon. uh,
We're not laughing at you, Boston. I'm just saying that's not an event that I'm watching, but
yeah, I'm not
it's an
watching.
honorable mention because
It
it is
is
a great,
televised. It
it's a
is a sporting
televised
event.
event, and the Kenyans have been spanking us Americans for the last I don't know how many years because them boys
Mhm.
can run up
Yeah.
for a distance.
Yes. Well, they can at least jog fast for a very long time.
Yes, they can.
I don't know about running because there's no sprinting, but they have a quick jog. I'll say that.
Yes, they do.
And they don't look like they get tired. which is amazing in itself.
It is.
So we would like you all to comment on our top five. Who had the better top five? Did Larry say, did he say NBA draft or NFL draft? I swear he said NBA draft. I swear he put up NFL draft and he said NBA draft. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. So
Hey man, watch the
watch the
show
whole top
and let us
five.
know.
And I'm telling you, I think he said NBA draft
It's
somewhere
about
in
the
there. I
NFL,
think he did.
y'all.
I think he did. I think he did. I'm
Also
gonna find
NFL,
it and I'm
y'all.
gonna send that video out there. I think he did. So comment on his top five, my top five. Put your top five in there. If it doesn't have WrestleMania, the Masters, and the NFL draft, then it is a Fugazi top five. I'm telling you, you got to have at least those three. You got to have at least those three. WrestleMania, Masters, NFL draft have to be in there. Are you agree?
I
You
agree.
agree?
I totally
Okay,
agree.
100%. Anything else you want to add before we sign off?
Oh man, nah, man. I thank everybody for once again for tuning in to us, for subscribing, liking the channel. We love all the comments, and we're gonna keep them shorts coming to y'all. And hey, man, you already know what it is, man. What's good with Gil and Larry?
Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast on the Box Office Buzz 302 YouTube channel. You can catch us next Tuesday right around 10 p.m. Look out for our shorts, which will appear throughout the week, including the weekend. And stay healthy, watch the games, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Deuces, y'all.
My main man,